Okay, this is what I'm seeing on here. I see that you've got this big rectangle here. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's rectangle 4. What you want to do is make sure that you don't have anything going outside of this red line. So while I agree with the background color, because that's what I have on mine, and let me show you my Lose the Cape one here. Okay, so see, you can see when I turn off the, or when I turn on the background, my background goes right to the edges of the red. See that? It's real important that while you're working, you keep that background, this thingy, where you can see it. So if you have to make things opaque so that you can see exactly where everything is, you want to make sure that all of your good stuff is well within those black dotted lines. You can go over a little bit with background colors as long as none of your major important stuff is on the outside of it. But if any of your major live elements are anywhere near this black line, it's going to reject it. Okay, so back to yours. So I would suggest getting rid of that block, or just making it, I'm going to delete rectangle 4. I would just make it smaller to go right around the edges. And okay, and then everything else looks like it's pretty good as far as where things are fitting. You're within, I would make the opacity of some of these things, some of these elements more so that, oops, wrong one there, so that you can see exactly where things are fitting, because if you can't tell if it's touching the lines, you're going to run into some problems. It's not that that's the problem, it's these gray boxes. I'm going to take the gray boxes off for a second so that we can just look at the text. Okay, so your text, this could be causing a little bit of a problem, but I don't think so. I think it's probably okay because you've still got room for error there. This will be fixed if you put a gray box that's the full size of this whole thing. Oops, go back where you were. Everything else looks like it fits well within the thing. However, you might notice that your B touches that red right there. So that could be considered a live element within the red. So you could fix that by just moving this over just a little bit. Which one is that one? I'm not even sure. Where are we here? Oh, here we go. So yeah, you could move this element over just a teeny tiny bit closer to that black line, and that may help. Okay, so what I was talking about with uploading it a different way to CreateSpace is, instead of saving this as a PDF, once you have everything the way you want it to look, you're going to, of course, you need that background so that when the other layer is turned off, you've still got a shell that's this size, if you see what I'm talking about. So instead of the yellow rectangle, just put this same color gray behind it, and just take it to the back, and it'll just give you that shell. So flatten everything down together, save it as a JPEG, okay? Make sure when you save it, it'll give you an option when you're saving it as a JPEG. You'll want to make sure that you save it at 300 DPI or over. Okay, so you want it to be as high quality as possible. Then you're going to go to CreateSpace, and I just closed this out. But instead of uploading it through the cover creator, through the PDF in the cover creator, we're going to use this one because it's not real. Okay, so I'm going to go to the cover. Setup. Okay, so instead of going to the upload a print ready PDF cover, go to build your cover online. Launch your cover creator. Okay, then change design. Go to the last page, and on the last page, oops, it's not on the last page anymore. Go to this page right here. This design is intended to accommodate your own fully formatted. Okay. Okay, so I had already chosen that one. I was messing around here a minute ago. So that is my current design. So it'll tell you exactly. Please upload an image, JPEG or TIFF, size of 13.0 by 9 by 5, and it has to have at least 300 DPI. You're going to upload it, and it should be sized going based on all of her information about her book. It should be fit perfectly, and it's going to load up in here, and you should see it that it fits right in there. If there is anything important, anything at all important that touches this red line, even if it's just like a teeny tiny bit on there, they'll reject it. So make sure that everything is well with inside. Doesn't have to be your background element, but your you know, all that kind of stuff has to be in there. Okay? And then you'll submit the cover, and hopefully that will fix your problem.